man, man, man. Um, yeah, this team is unwatchable right now. This team is absolutely unwatchable. They're terrible. I mean, there's no other way to put it. If they had not had a career pitching performance out of George Kirby in the Angels series, the Mariners would be, what's that, six, they'd right now be, what, losers of 8 in a row, right? They'd be losers of 8 in a row. So, man, what was the bullpen's nickname in 2022? The Fireman or something like that. Yeah, hey guys. Hey, my name's Colton, and I'm a Mariners addict. If you watched all 9 innings, you may be sick. I guess I'm sick. Put me out of my misery. Put you in timeout, Lucario. I take no pleasure in this, just so we're clear. I hope you have a good night, buddy. I take no pleasure in this. See you later, Lucario. Jacob with the 199 says DFA the whole bullpen, keep Brash and Munoz. Yeah, I mean, Trent Thornton, man. So let's put it this way. I kind of felt it felt like the Mariners were out of this game when they were down by 3, right? They were down by 3. Now, obviously, the offense came to life a little bit there. It was a little too late. But yeah, I don't know. This offense is putrid. This offense is terrible. And this team is now 500. Again. Are we now at the point where Jerry, Justin, and Dan are at risk of losing their jobs? Yes. Yes. I think that maybe not so much for Justin, because this is his first year or maybe second year as general manager, right? So maybe they would wait a little bit with that. I think Jerry's out. I think that Jerry's going to be gone after this season. I think that Dan is going to get the benefit of the doubt because of who he is, because of what he means to Mariners baseball. I'm not saying he should, but I think that he will. Are you more concerned about the offense or the pitching? Has to be the offense, right? Yeah, it's the offense for me. Logan Evans, I mean, he wasn't great. Logan Evans wasn't great. That's true, Ben. I could become a Tigers fan, but I have, what's the word I'm looking for? Self-worth? That's not the word I'm looking for, Ben. I don't know. I respect myself. The offense is fucking terrible. Holy shit, they're terrible. I don't understand how this team can be this bad for as long as they've been this bad. Creed with the 6 months. Amazing what happens when you don't spend money. True. So true. I have integrity. Yeah, I have integrity. I'd never be a Tigers fan. Standards. Yeah, that's right. Get him, Cha. Offense hasn't changed since last year. Yeah, that first month, was that the red herring, chat? Was the first month the lie, or was the last month that we've been having a lie? Don't worry, the Astros lost too. I mean, yeah, the Astros did end up losing to the White Sox today. There's, I guess, something, Jet. Right? There's something. Levi with the 2. Trader Jerry has nothing to work with. I mean, he's got 7 top 100 prospects. If he wants to be Trader Jerry, he could. I liked the tweet from Brady Farkas the other day, the Refuse to Lose podcast. No, Nicholas, they're not a World Series team. Brady said, hey, it has been, I'm always okay with blaming the front office, blaming John Stanton, etc. But this stretch of games is also very much so, it's on the players. It's hard to blame the players, right? Because a lot of times we feel kind of a connection to these guys, but it's on, Bryce Miller not being healthy, not being able to throw good pitches. It's on Trent Thornton leaving balls down the middle. It's on, I don't know, Rowdy Tellez. It's on every single one of these guys except for maybe Cal Raleigh. Thoughts? Like, this is a system-wide failure for the Seattle Mariners. $4.99 from KDRW. Hear me out. Cal, 12 clones of Cal. Woo, 4 clones of Woo. Munoz, and 8 clones of Munoz. And we're set. See, we just need the Mariners to figure out how to clone people. And we'll be sitting pretty, chat. And then don't share that, process with anybody so that you have the edge. I'm in. $4.99 from Rodney. How is this team supposed to be better? They only added Solano. You're having all the same talking points as last year. Won't change season. I mean, Rodney, I never said this team was going to be better. So, I mean, the only reason that I said they would be better this year is because you were going to get a full year out of Randy. We were expecting, obviously, to get a full year out of Victor. Obviously, that did not happen. But we said straight up, this is the way that the Mariners went about the offseason was a very bold move by ownership, by the front office, etc. They said run it back, right? They said let's go get Jorge Polanco again. Let's bring him back. And for the first month of the season, that looked like the greatest move the Mariners have ever made. For the last month of the season, it hasn't. They went out and got Donovan Solano. That was one that I thought was not a great move in the first place. I don't mean bold as in good, just so we're clear, chat. It's bold as in they are putting all their chips, that they are struggling to admit that they were wrong. This Seattle Mariners front office, Jerry, Justin, anyone else who's involved in the decision making, they are so dog shit at identifying talent and bringing them to this team. They're terrible at it. That they for all the guys they've signed, for all the guys that they've even made trades for, they're bad at it, right? Jorge Polanco, Adam Frazier, Colton Wong. I mean, how long do you want to go back, right? Yeah, even you, Manny, even you. Burpees for all the Mariners except for Big Dumper. You kind of want to watch it bounce though, right? What? They're terrible at it. And because of that, we are seeing all of these moves fall through. We're seeing the offense fall through. And I don't know what there is to look forward to, right? They can draft talent, but they can't develop it. I don't necessarily agree with the fact that they can't develop it, Reese. They actually didn't develop JP. They got him in a trade when they traded Gene Segura to the Phillies. So they didn't actually end up developing him. I mean, they developed Julio. They've developed, Cole Young and Ben Williamson, although obviously those guys are, not able to really be talked about yet because we don't know how good they are. They developed the pitching staff, right? Brian Wu, Bryce Miller, Logan, George. They are good at they're good at developing players. It's just the offensive players have yet to make it to the big leagues because they just started drafting them. You know, they started. Gosh, how do I describe it? They started with drafting pitchers, right? So that was, you know, Logan Gilbert, George, etc. And they had a few clunkers when this team, you know, when Jerry and all those guys first took over. They had some clunkers. But then they drafted some pitchers and they got it right quite a few times. Now they've drafted a bunch of hitters. They have 7 top 100 prospects in all of baseball. It's just that you can't rush those guys. They have to develop still. And that's guys like Lazaro Montes. We can't bring up Lazaro Montes. We can't. It's way too early. He would be horrible. He'd be terrible. We can't bring up Colt Emerson. But the guys that they could bring up, like Cole Young, Ben Williamson, even Dom Canzone, who's been tearing the cover off the ball, the Mariners have done it. They should be calling up Harry Ford. They need to be. This team needs a spark. And, you know, for all the efforts of Ben Williamson, Cole Young, and whatnot, they can't do it all themselves, and we can't expect them to come up and be the guy right away. We can't. $4.99 here from KDR. Again, if you or a loved one is a Mariners fan, you may be entitled to significant financial compensation. Yeah, the amount of emotional peril this godforsaken baseball team has given me. Yeah, it's I don't know. It's bad. It's bad. Ford is not ready. He had a hot streak in AAA. Let him adjust. I don't disagree, Dorian, but I also don't agree. What more does he have to prove? You know what I mean? Down in AAA. I don't really think he needs to prove much more. I think that if you felt okay calling up Cole Young, you should feel okay calling up Harry Ford. Especially when you have the position that Mitch Garver is currently playing as the backup. Yes, Harry Ford will not start every single day. He's going to get plenty of at-bats. Plenty of at-bats. Send Julio down to Tacoma at this point. He needs to learn plate discipline. I can't do it tonight, Chronic Connor. I can't do it. I can't do it. Guys, Julio is having the best year of his career in terms of his plate discipline. Say what you will about Julio Rodriguez. You can't deny that he's having the best year of his career, plate discipline-wise. All right, chat. All right. That's it. I'm done with that. Julio's fine. Yeah, Julio's not the problem, chat. He's hitting like 400 over his last week or something like that. What do you have to lose calling Ford up? Exactly. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. So, he needs to prove that he can adjust to pitching adjustments made against him. It just hasn't happened yet in AAA. That is true. But again, how much longer can we let that happen? How much longer can we let, Harry Ford, let's say he continues to hit, great. You have nothing to lose in calling him up. Harry Ford is so mid, he's better than Mitch Garver. And that's all you need. You don't need him to come up and hit the cover off the ball. You need him to come up and just be better than Mitch Garver. And I am pretty much guaranteeing that he could be. Heck, the Mariners, look what they did to this man's hair. It's true. It's true. The Seattle Mariners did this to me, Cha. The Seattle Mariners did this to me. Colton, I have so much effing respect for you for continuing to follow this team as you do. I couldn't do it. I'd drive myself insane. Oh, I'm insane, Chad. I appreciate it, Jordan. I'm insane. Just so we're clear, I'm insane. I really would like to just, take a day off from this team, right? And just not watch anything. You know what I mean? Not listen to the game. No, not even pay attention to what's happening in the game. But I'm so dedicated to I love this team. I love the Mariners. I love baseball. I would be checking my phone the whole time. What's the score? Watching a shitty baseball game, because in the end, it's a game, right, chat? It's a game. I know we all have trouble with that, and myself included, because I let the Seattle Mariners dictate my emotions a lot more than I should. In the end, it's a game, and I think watching a shitty baseball game is a lot better than dealing with a lot of, the other things that are happening, in people's lives. I think the one constant is always baseball, right? No matter what, the one constant is baseball. They play 162 games a year. If you can basically watch the Mariners and just kind of like tune out whatever else is happening. Whoa, this is like a real AA meeting. Yep, that's a real AA meeting now, chat. Yeah, something's got to change. Something's got to change with this team, chat. I don't know what it is. I would love for the Mariners to go out there and make a move. But I don't think it's coming anytime soon, because even the Seattle Mariners have no idea who they are. They have no idea who they are. Truthfully. Are they a good team? Are they a bad team? More than likely, they're somewhere in between, right? If the Mariners were a 500 team the rest of the year, I would not be surprised. Would not be surprised. Mariners need to find a good balance. We're not as good as we were in April, but we're not as bad as we are currently. I completely agree, Mara. We are somewhere in the middle. The hard part is, this is the soft spot in your schedule. Playing the teams that you've played over the past 2 weeks, that is the soft spot in your schedule. Unfortunately, the Mariners play 2 teams the rest of the way until the All-Star break that are under 500. And that is the Pirates. And that is, who was the other team? The Rangers. The Pirates and the Rangers are the 2 teams that you play that are under 500. Otherwise, you got some pretty tough opponents coming up. Although, I think the Red Sox have been kind of on a skid lately. They might have fallen under 500 at this point. Not the point. The point is, you got some tough games coming up. You got to go play the Twins again. You got to go play the Cubs. The Cubs have been very, very good. There's a lot of tough games coming your way. How do the Mariners react? I've been saying it for a few weeks right now. We're going to be able to learn a lot about this team over the next, however many games. And we've learned a lot about this team over the past 4 or 5 series. Truthfully. They suck right now. And they are letting it just continue. They're letting it snowball. It has snowballed. It's a goddamn avalanche. And unfortunately, you got to ride the wave. Here's the thing, chat. All teams will have a bad stretch. It's how they respond to that bad stretch that makes the good teams good. How are the Mariners going to respond to this bad stretch? After this series, so after tomorrow, when they return home, and after the soft spot in the schedule is relatively over, what does this team do? Logan Gilbert will probably be back Sunday or Monday, right? That's something. George Kirby looks to be figured out. That's something. Cool. Brian Wu has been great all year. That's something. There are signs of life on this team, but as of right now, they are on life support. That's where I'm at. Who's going to stay, Emerson or Evans? I think it'll be Hancock, especially because Logan pitched today. Both Logans pitched today, so they're on the same schedule. So I would assume it would just be Logan Evans being sent back down. What happened to our highest on-base guy and grinder, Leo Rivas? For whatever reason, the Mariners weren't using him. So they sent him down. We really need Victor Robles back ASAP, not till September, man. We have to find a different spark plug because it's not till September that we're going to get Victor back, if at all, this season. So. Man. Yeah, I don't know. Just a rough one. I mean, I'm running out of ways to describe the team during these. You know what I mean? I'm running out of ways to describe, because we're all feeling the same thing. We're all mad. We're all sad. We're all just bummed. When is Rayleigh back? Allegedly, he's going to go out on a rehab assignment sometime this week. So, relatively soon. Maybe end of this month, I think, is when we can expect Luke Rayleigh to come back. Bryce needs to be shut down and get the surgery. Agreed. Get it fixed to let Hancock fill in for the rest of the year. Well, that spot will be taken over by Gilbert, but yeah. Or, I'm sorry. No. You're right. I was thinking of Logan Evans. My bad, Matthew. But yeah. Win or lose, I bleed Mariner blue. Yep. We're numb to it. Yeah. I mean, again, it's the same. This is the story of this franchise, right? That what we've been seeing over the past 2 weeks is the story of the franchise. And unfortunately, I was super bought into the fact that they were going to turn it around and be, the team that we expected them to be after the 2022 season. And to their credit, they have been in it every single year. Since 2021, they have been right there and just missed. And it is the unwillingness of this ownership staff, the unwillingness of the front office, and honestly, the lack of, from some players, just the lack of production. It's on them for why the Mariners have not been able to get over this hump. Truthfully, it is. I had the Mariners Anonymous shirt on in Anaheim. I'll have to send over a photo. Yes, Greg. Yes, absolutely. We'd love to see it. Love to see the Mariners Anonymous in the wild. Kay Kinney was wearing her Mariners Anonymous shirt to the meetup, and it was almost a real anonymous night. It came close to being a real anonymous night that night, because the Mariners almost blew that lead too. But yeah, it's on all of those people as to why this team cannot get over the hump. The Mariners cannot get out of their own way. And honestly, I'll say it. I also think they might be a little bit fucking cursed. The Mariners had 8 balls? Not more than that. Way more than that at this point. The Mariners, I'm pretty sure. I can look. What am I saying? I can look. I have the power of the internet, chat. Statcast. Powered by AI. Where's the Mariners game? Mariners were crushing the ball in this one. Top exit velocities. Only one Diamondback in the top. Let's see. Is this gonna? I forgot that my mic doesn't pick up on that one. My bad, chat. I was showing you. Yeah, my bad. I realized I was muted. I'm sorry, chat. My bad. I knew it. I looked over and I'm like, yeah, that's right. That's a thing that happens. What I was saying was the Mariners had 4 of the 5 hardest hit balls in this one. The team's cursed a little bit. The team is straight up cursed. There's no other way around it. I can tell, though, he's spitting fire right now. Appreciate it, Jimma. The Mariners made him so mad he's gone mute. Yeah. There were some really nice plays made in this game today. We had, obviously, the home run robbery in left field that robbed Cal. We had the play at first base that robbed Cal again. Cal probably would have been a triple shy of the cycle had those balls just gotten through. Hitting went to crap, then pitching, then audio. My bad. I'm sorry, Dorian. I'm sorry. It's my bad. It's my bad. I forget that happens. Anyway, so God, I've lost my train of thought there. The Mariners had, they were putting the ball in play, and they were putting it in play hard. Unfortunately, Trent Thornton happened. How many runs did Thornton end up giving up, chat? How many runs did he end up giving up? I'm not going to lie. I was kind of like, I never actually fell asleep, but I was like kind of dozing off at that point. So Thornton gave up 5. He gave up 5. Dude's ass. Like, had Trent Thornton not happened, maybe we're feeling a different kind of way about this team. But Mariners have a pitching advantage tomorrow, but we'll still find a way to lose. Yeah, I mean, you would have to hope, right? You would have to hope that they can go out there tomorrow with Brian Wu and win it. But I don't know with this team. I don't know with this offense. This offense has been downright terrible against a very, very bad Diamondbacks pitching staff. Horrible. Diamondbacks pitching staff. Terrible. Mariners ERA is 4.04 in 2025. Yeah. I mean, it's the Mariners pitchers have not been it this year. They've been terrible. The offense has been terrible. Like, man, again, rough stretches are going to happen for every team, but this is probably the worst the Seattle Mariners have been in the 2020s. This is probably the worst that they have been since 2019 when the team was rebuilding. And I wholeheartedly believe that. I'll leave you guys on that because I don't think I want to talk about this team any longer than I have to right now. It's 10-10, I appreciate all you guys for being here, all the donos in this one, just hanging out with you guys. Mariners Anonymous. It makes these games a little bit easier. We'll be at it again tomorrow. Maybe we'll have Joe on with me for the stream tomorrow after the game. I hope it's a lot more fun to talk about than what we have been what we've been having to talk about for the past 2 weeks. But again, I appreciate you guys for being here in this one, and I will catch you guys tomorrow. I'd say go Mariners, but what's the point? Yeah, hope you guys get some good sleep tonight. And for those of you that have to work tomorrow, I don't, so owned. But also have a good day at work. All right, smooches chat. Bye.